The story of these elections is, any way you slice it, a woeful set of results for the Conservatives. As the dust settles, questions are again mounting over whether Rishi Sunak's premiership can survive until a general election. Some of his MPs have, in recent months, called for him to go. Among them is Dame Andrea Jenkyns, who declared enough is enough in a letter of no confidence, and that was 174 days ago. Dame Andrea joins me now. Good morning, Dame Andrea.
Good morning, Trevor.
I said amongst them, but you are actually foremost. Is it time for Rishi Sunak to step down?
Look, I mean, I didn't realise it's 170 days. Hasn't the time flown?
Well, time flies when you're enjoying yourself, right?
No, I'm not enjoying myself at all. I'm just a happy person, Trevor. Look, MPs are not putting the letters in. Is not going anywhere. I've tried, as you know. So I think now we've got to take the fight to Labour. I'd like to see real common sense conservatism, honouring our manifesto commitments. I'd like to see the return of Boris on the front line of politics, whether that's going for a seat in the next election and being front and centre of our election campaign. And I'd also like to see Conservatives, in whatever party, unite and take this fight to Labour, because I do not want to see Starmer and his fake patriotism get into number 10.
Let's just unpack that a little bit. Bring back Boris as the face. Can you see Boris and Rishi Sunak, on joint visits and fronting a campaign together? Are you seriously thinking that's a possibility?
I haven't spoke to Boris. I haven't spoke to the Prime Minister about this, but I'm an optimist. I mean, I'm not sure whether they share the stage together, but I mean, look how wonderful it was. Boris campaigning in these elections. I thought it was wonderful to see that.
Gosh,
it's still got a pull, and it's still got a pull in my area. It's still on the doorstep, Trevor. People say to me, we're saddened that Boris is no longer on the front line of politics.
Yeah, you could get a whole bunch of former Prime Ministers together, add in Liz Truss. How would that work?
Well, let's have a big cabinet, show united Conservatives, shall we, Trevor? That's a good idea. Maybe take you up on that.
You must have heard what Andy Street said last night, that the Conservatives should resist the temptation to drift to the right.
He would say that. He's a lefty, isn't he? He would say that.
I'm sorry, Andy Street is a what?
Well, the left of our party is one nation, isn't he? I mean, I thought he did a sterling job as mayor. I'd take my hat off to him. Him and I's had run-ins before over policy, but it's very sad to see him go. I'm sure it's not the last that we see of him. I'm sure he'll be on the front line of politics again. But look at Ben Houchen. He made the most of the opportunities of Brexit, is a plain-speaking northerner, and he won. So it's rubbish saying we've got to go to the centre of politics. I mean, he lost his seat. It's rubbish.
Dame Andrea, if I may say so, when you say it's sad to see him go, you don't sound all that sad. Just explain to me what the alternative is. What are the policies? What's the story that you want Rishi Sunak to tell?
What is the story? Well, we need to be really strong on illegal migration. We've got to get these flights off to Rwanda. We've also got to, I think we should have as a manifesto commitment to come out of the ECHR and let there be a referendum on that. Because then we will not be stopped on our, the civil servants cannot stop us trying to enact what we got elected to do. I would like to see an end to this two-tier policing system. And I think if we really want to see a microcosm of what it would look like with Labour in government, look at how the Mayor of London manages things, look at the streets. Look at Transport for London. They want to put it in public ownership, all trains, etc. It will be like the Transport of London, overspent, etc. So I think we need to take the fight to Labour. We need common sense politics. We need to ensure we don't have a two-tier policing system and stop stifling free speech. It's about freedom for me.
Just very quickly, in a scale of 1 to 100. 100 being you're certain he's going to listen to you, and 0 being he's going to ignore you. What are the chances that Rishi Sunak will take your advice?
Well, I think he's staring down the barrel of a gun, isn't he? As every Conservative is. And I think that if every Conservative, whether it's One Nation, whether it's the Thatcherite Conservatives like myself, we've got to wake up and smell the coffee. We've got to actually start delivering true Conservative values. So I think he's got to listen. Do I think he'll listen? I think he might listen a little bit, not to just me, but to other MPs as well. And
Okay.
I mean, I was his PPS
Right.
in the early days of a junior minister, and I saw that he could be strong.
Okay.
So I want him to be strong. But come on, bring Boris back on the front line as well, Prime Minister.
Okay, I'm assessing that as a 10%. Thank you very much, Dame Andrea.
Thank you.